Hi, all. I am back from Alda's Mid-Atlantic Ruck, which, if you don't know what Alda is, that is Appalachian Long Distance Hiking Association, and they squeeze it down. The mnemonics is ALDHA, which is Alda, and I generally go to their um, gathering for the past 2 years. That's where I've been in October. But this year I went also to the Mid Atlantic Ruck, which was held at Bluemont, Virginia, in Bears Den Hostel. It was a wonderful time. And the highlight of my attendance was they shook down my pack real good for me. And I got my pack was shook down by Smooth. He is a through hiker, and I forget what year, but anyway, he was the one that gave me his recommendations, and I'm one of those. It's just like going to the doctor. If you don't take the recommendations, don't go. So, I was looking for expert advice, and I believe I got it. One of the things he gave me was to change my hoodie. I had bought 100% polyester, but it was real thick, and it had kangaroo pockets, and I was okay with it. In some ways, I didn't like the feel of it, but his recommendation, because of the thickness of the material, to get a from Outdoor Vitals, to get the I have to think about it, dragon wool uh, hoodie that they have. And I got it, and I've worn it a couple of times, and I really like it. It was well worth every penny. It's got in the sleeves, it's got your thumb holes, and they're done real well. They've got um, a, it's a like a partition in there. It's not just cut out, it's actually flapped over for and your thumb goes through like any other. But anyway, it's, as you can see, it's got a partition there. So you're not just sticking through it, you have to even go into it like that. And it's got a nice hood. It's made of a wool polyester nylon blend, and they say it wicks real good. It keeps you warm, and it's got one. It's got that zipper in the front to help you get it on and off real easy. But I don't have a problem at all. So I was happy with that recommendation. I followed his suggestions, and it turned out. And in fact, he had the same. He said he hiked with the same puffy that I am, and that is also from Outdoor Vitals. I like their products. Then the next suggestion that they had for me was to put my quilt, even though I have it in a plastic bag, in a nylon bag that's sold through Garage Grown Gear. And you get two with each order. He suggested that I put it in a compression bag because he said he would feel better if it was in another bag, because then it would not get wet in case I got stuck, and everything else that would not get wet because it's down. So I came home, and I have a compression bag, but I also looked at the large dry bag that I have, and I like that better because the compression bags make them more like a ball, and I'm not into the ball. I don't want to have to pack around it. So I put it in the dry bag, the large dry bag, stuffed it in, and I had to squeeze it down some more and roll it down, and it worked really well. I wrote him an email, or rather a text, and let him know what I did, and he said, that sounds good. So, as I said, I'm going to check back in. I'm going to take the recommendations and do with them as I can. So I know my quilt's not going to get wet. Let's put it that way. That makes me feel good. Then he was a little surprised with my stove. And I'm going to show you guys my stove. I'm going to push this back a little bit. And I'm going to show you my stove because I hadn't seen one like it. But I got the converter. It's through Vargo. Vargo. And what it does is it has this little stand. And there's two bottoms to it. Depends upon which one you're going to use. It's like this. This side is like for an SBIT, a hard fuel. This side is for alcohol or heat. And so I can determine either way on this. And I like the idea, but I had bought a windbreak for it, or for my other one, and I really didn't like the canister idea, and so because I saw how much it wobbled, and I like this because it's not going to. I'm probably going to use the hard fuel. I might use the heat, and as I understand, you have to use the yellow bottle, not the red bottle. So, either way. Then, I did a lot of research. Then, I have this. Nice, thin, flat. And this is not that. Once you take it out and you do it like that, it fits in this little bag real easy. But I came on this, and it is Vargo's, what's it called? Titanium wood, hexagon wood stove. And I like it as far, if I don't have any SBIT or I don't have any alcohol and I run out, then I can go find me some wood. And that's what I'll do. But it fits like this, and I thought that is a perfect windbreak because it will stand up and it will hold. Oops. It will hold the wind. It will break the wind. So you've got this hexagon, and as you can see, it's got a way to stand up on the ground. Put that back in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in my element. And when somebody's watching me, I can't do it. So anyway, it's like this. Then I open this up. And I get it to where it is. And I face the door. Right here. I face the door. And I set this in. Just like this. Okay? And it's got little notches on the corners. Right there. On the little nodules. The little stick outs. The little triangles. It's got little notches on it. So it holds it. So that's what I do. Is I put the little nodules in there. I gotta have both hands. And I stick them down in the V's. I'm making sure that it's on the little nodules. So it's stuck in just like that. Then I stick this on the inside. And it's set up in there. Just like that. And then it sits on the ground. Of course, just like any other, you pretty well need to have, I hope to have a rock or something flat to do it on, to cook on. So that's what I'm going to look for. But he wants me to work with this. I'm going to start, I haven't burned anything in it, as you can see. But I'm going to start figuring out, I've got hard fuel. And I know what to do with wood. And then I'm also going to get some heat, and I'm going to see about the alcohol, see how that works, how long it takes to burn. So that was the next thing he said, was to work with that. Then he said, my Gregory had my Gregory Diva had a pack cover already. It was a green one. As you can see, it's Gregory. And he said, I would suggest that you get an orange one so you're easily seen, and, you know, like, people can see where you are and that kind of thing. And also, I won't have to carry two. Well, I already had an orange one that I was putting in my winter gear. But now, and it has its own bag, and I got it from Etowah Gear. I think that's the name of it. Let me look in here and see. Made in the Deep South, USA. Etowah Gear. Yes, it's Etowah. And so I just put, instead of taking the green one, I figured that I would put that in my gear box, and if I need it for some reason, my husband can send it. But this is pretty neat because at the top you have a system, a hinge system. So you just wrap it over the top, pull it down because it's all elasticized, pull it down over the bottom, you know, the sides and the bottom, and then your pack is covered. So I liked it, and I purchased it, I guess, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years, because I've only, you know, postponed twice. And it's in its own bag. This bag is attached, and it's got a hook system, so you can hook it to your backpack or whatever you want to do with it. Put it on your belt. But I'd heard about it, and I bought it because I knew I'd need something during hunting season. So that's what he suggested. I already had it, so I had it. And so I'm going to start using it from the very beginning. I just realized this thing was crinkling. Let me get that wrapped up and put over there. Now, that was the 4th recommendation he made. The 5th recommendation is, I don't know if I've told y'all, but I use a CPAP, and I have a travel CPAP that I'm using, and it is powered by 2 batteries that you charge. Those batteries are £1 each. So he suggested, because of the weight, the CPAP altogether weighs 4.1 pound, and my backpack is 4 pounds. So I'm already starting out with 8 pounds. It was weighing more, almost closer to 5 pounds, because I had a cigarette lighter charger, because even though these batteries are supposed to last for 3 days, I've not found that to be the case. I found that they last about 2 days. So, or somebody sleeps real short, and I don't plan on doing that. So anyway, he suggested that I put those batteries in my fanny pack to balance the weight more between the front and the back. So I know 2 pounds doesn't seem to be a lot, but you know, it's like 2 pounds off my back is better. And I'm going to get a Versa fanny pack, because it will fit on the front, through your sternum strap or through your hip belt, which I'll check it out. I'll use it for a while and see what I think around the neighborhood and everything. Of course, you know how neighbors are. Sometimes they see somebody with a backpack and they think homeless automatically. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And I like that recommendation, because I know how heavy it is. I've used it before, and I've been packing and unpacking it for a while just to get used to the whole idea of where everything is going to be in my pack. Okay, now the last thing that it wasn't him, it was somebody else who was talking about electronic gear, and I wanted to pass this on to you because I don't know. I know I was a lost ball in high weeds about electronics. Even though I'm computer friendly, that doesn't mean I'm electronically friendly. But he was talking about, this gentleman that was giving the talk was talking about fast charging. And he said to get, for fast charge, a BAS. It's B as in boy, A as in alpha, S as in Sam, E as in echo, U as in umbrella, and S as in Sam, 30-watt charger. And it has 2 chargers on it. It's a dual. So I just wanted to pass all that information over to you. Hope that it helps somebody. And if you have any questions, I can't promise I can answer them, but I'll be glad to help you in any way that I can. And hey, if I can't find the answer, if I don't know the answer, if I can't find it, I've got people I can ask. So ask away. And thank you so much. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that top bell so you can get every notification. I know I'm not putting out as much videos as some people are, but that's them, and I just don't feel like inundating you with something that I don't feel that I've got anything worthy of you guys to tell you. So thank you so much for tuning in and for subscribing. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to talking with you again real soon when I've got something of quality to give you. Have a good night. Oh, well, it's night here. You have a good night, and hope to see you, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.